Introducing first, from the center of the Ozarks, weighing in at 237 pounds, the gatekeeper, Ivan Warsaw.
That man has caused more trouble since he's been in Texas-style wrestling. He is a constant thorn in the side of the authorities here in Texas-style wrestling. The people that have to make the decisions to keep bringing him back, they do so out of sheer commitment. They have to have competitors, people that can compete here in Texas-style wrestling on the level that he does, and Warsaw keeps putting himself front and center as one of the toughest, strongest, and best. But man, security has to be called
his opponent
almost every time.
Every time.
It don't matter the size of the dog in the fight.
But sometimes it takes a beast to tame a beast.
But the size of the
And we got one beast coming his way right here.
Hey, get out of the way. Yeah, hey, get out of the way.
from the dog pound, weighing in at 250 pounds, pound for pound, the baddest dog around, current NWA superstar, Red Dog, Rodney Mack.
Oh no, good grief, Warsaw again.
Okay, they're not waiting for the bell. I hope security has been beefed up. I was in a meeting with the board of directors. You weren't invited, and I told them they wanted me to ensure my safety to be here to sit this close to this kind of mayhem.
Every now and then, could we at least get a decent start to a match with this guy? Good grief, Ivan Warsaw.
He sees opponent, he sees red, he says fight.
Rodney Mack, though, comes back. That big back body drop there, sending Warsaw clear across the ring.
It's very, very rare, if ever, that I ever look at Rodney Mack as sometimes the underdog. And, you know, in the situation with Ivan Warsaw, I don't know. I've seen them beat the living hell out of each other time and time again.
Warsaw back in the ring first. Not a good place for Rodney Mack to be as Warsaw comes back to work.
He was ready for Rodney. He was ready before he even came out here. Ready for him to read into the ring. These two know each other so very, very well.
Some of the most violent conflicts I've seen here in Texas-style wrestling have one thing in common, and that is Ivan Warsaw.
That seems to be the lowest common denominator, doesn't it? You know, if you recall back over the summer, there was that meet and greet. You and I were getting ready for the show, and suddenly all hell broke loose, like it's breaking loose right here in the middle of the ring.
Well, we have not seen the last of this grudge here between these two as Ivan Warsaw continues to be a thorn in the side of Rodney Mack, the Red Dog, and start trouble. And like you said, violence breaking out at a fan event. And I believe there were even guns drawn at that event. I mean, it was. Now, of course, that was by the police, but you have to restore order somehow. Well, and that was needed. And
that's why I called the meeting with the board of directors. I said, you won't have me out here unless you can assure me that I've got good security to be this close to this kind of just carnage.
Rodney Mack, punch after punch, leveling Warsaw here. And he does, knocks him right down onto his back. And Rodney Mack.
And Warsaw down. The Red Dog is howling at the moon.
Rodney Mack, a legend all over the United States of America and beyond. He is, of course, to these Texas fans here at Texas-style wrestling, we like to claim him as our own. Of course, he is a native of Louisiana. And great Creole family background there in Louisiana, very proud of it. And he comes and brings this type of wrestling and teaches it to up-and-comers, folks who want to maybe learn the skills associated with professional wrestling at that Dog Pound Wrestling Dojo in San Antonio, Texas.
And that's what I started to say as well. A lot of the competitors that you're seeing here tonight were actually trained by Rodney Mack. So you know that they've been through the School of Hard Knocks. And, you know, Rodney Mack there just falling to his feet there, losing his balance under the weight of Ivan Warsaw.
Oh, wow, Warsaw over the top rope, going all the way to the floor there, thanks to Rodney Mack.
Rodney just tossing him right on over like a sack of potatoes. And I love this. Rodney Mack, does not wait for the opponent. He does not give him a chance to rest. This is what he teaches his students. Go after your opponent. Stay on your opponent.
Fun fact here, Rodney Mack was originally trained by his uncle, the legendary Junkyard Dog, and spent a lot of time with the great Teddy Long as his manager, and he is here tonight. Oh, good grief. Now he is having a board meeting with the Steps.
And the Steps have adjourned.
Good grief.
But you mentioned Junkyard Dog there. He comes out to the ring with a dog collar, with a chain, an homage. And you know, the JYD used to depend on the support of the fans. The fans need to get behind Rodney Mack here if he's going to become victorious against Ivan Warsaw.
Well, they're out there on those ring steps now. Rodney Mack getting slammed into the top step there again.
And you can see the horror and the look that has overcome, the hush that has overcome this crowd.
Warsaw will use any and everything at his disposal to finish off Rodney Mack. That's what it's about for him.
And those unforgiving stares, slamming him into them time and time again. I'd be surprised if Rodney was able to get back into this ring.
Rodney back to his feet. Warsaw catching him with a boot there, though. And now he's going to throw him or roll him or try to roll him back into the ring there. Rodney Mack limp on his feet after that assault that happened outside the ring.
This could spell disaster for the big dog.
You can see the effects
Absolutely.
of those ring steps on Rodney Mack's back when he rolls over there.
But the story is right there in his face. I'm not even sure he even knows where he is.
Dazed and trying to get his bearings back, Rodney Mack.
Oh,
the onslaught.
Just out of instinct alone. Rodney Mack is a fighter. I'm not sure he knows where he is, but he knows he's in a fight, and that's what he's doing. He's fighting back.
Well, you know, as well as being a professional wrestler, Mack also trained in mixed martial arts. He incorporates that style into his wrestling only occasionally to get the physical advantage, but we will see some of that more than likely the further this goes and the more desperate he gets here against Ivan Warsaw.
Well, we've seen it before. If you remember the first time we saw them two lock up, suddenly we were seeing some of that. You mentioned the MMA background, some of those hard strikes, some of those things that, you know, when you're in close proximity of your opponent, of how to overcome them.
These fans here tonight being treated to live professional wrestling, Texas style. And, of course, getting to be a part of our TV taping here. And they might have wished they would have watched this one on their smartphone, because it is to be here and witness this violence in person is unbelievable.
Right, but there's nothing like just feeling the excitement of the crowd, feeling the shock.
Whoa! Good grief! And speaking of shock, Roy Turner, better timed words there never been as Rodney Mack with the suplex off the top rope to Ivan Warsaw.
Absolutely. Did you see the height that he just fell for days? And just mercilessly rolling out of the ring. Will Rodney let him take a breather here? The stories on the back of Rodney Mack. Look at those whelps. Look at the beating. I think he might even be bleeding.
Yeah, it looks as if he is. That would be from those ring steps out there when Rodney Mack was slammed into them a little bit earlier. Now they're back outside on the other side of the ring here, fighting again Warsaw. The punches. Rodney Mack with the knee there.
Right here in front of these great fans. And as you can see, the frightened look of the children being in such close proximity. This match is not for the weak of heart, as Warsaw takes apart that chair.
Oh, wow.
There have been stairs. There have been chairs. And Rodney Mack still keeps coming.
And now, leaving the ringside area, the referee needs to tell us what's going on here. And I guess we're going to have to wait for Brittany to tell us.
We need an official
Your
word
winner
here.
by disqualification, Rodney Mack.
Thank you for watching Texas Style Wrestling Primetime Showcase. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as following us on our social media pages to stay up to date with everything going on at Texas Style Wrestling. And head over to TSWplus.com or download the TSW Plus app for more exclusive wrestling content. This is real professional wrestling from deep in the heart of Texas. This is Texas Style Wrestling.